Hello, I'm Vardhika Jain and welcome to Epitome Cards and Crafts. This is a requested video about card making. So today in this video what I'm going to show you is how you can make a card with supplies that you have at home in this quarantine period. Scraps, as people do not always have designer paper available with them. So here you can see these are some cutouts from random magazines. I just cut some pieces out of it. So this was in a magazine, and this was on some in a magazine as well. It was there. Then this is also a magazine cutout. This is a shotgun envelope. I just scrapped and figured out I could use it. Again, some golden paper from wedding invitations. So basically all of it is scrap. This is another piece of embellishment kind of a thing from a wedding invitation, again from shotgun envelope. So you can see this paper. This is some random tag from a clothing item. It did not mention what brand or price it comes in, so I am using it. Again, some designer paper from invitations and some other cutouts. So apart from this, I am planning to use these self-adhesive beads, and I'll be using my basic white cardstock. So these are available in local markets. This is ivory board sheets. If you do not have this, you can use drawing sheets, and if you have thin paper, you can paste 2 layers of the paper together to make it hard. Today I am trying to use basic materials, so I'll be using some scissors, Fevicol, basic sketch pens, and some other light pens, pencil and eraser, all the basic things. Let's see what we can do with these materials, and let's get started. And I'm going to use this scale as well. So this is a completely unplanned video. I have absolutely no idea how I'm going to use these materials. So this is something which will always happen when you do not have the materials pre-planned and thought in your mind, when you do not choose the materials that you have, but you work with what you have at hand. So firstly, I'm just going to put all this aside and bring my white cardstock in center, and then I'll show you how we are going to layer these things. So this is my white cardstock, and what I'm going to do with this is, first of all, see the largest of all the panels that I have. So these are some embellishments like focal images I can use, and this is something I can use in the background. I think I can use this as well. Let's see what we can do. So these are the biggest panels I have, and so these are from one magazine and these are separate from wedding invitation. So you can see that these are glossy and shiny, and this one is a bit less glossy when it comes to this. Now I am going to, I think we can create 2 cards out of these materials that we have. Now since it's a stool and some floral setting, we can use it this way, or we can simply use it, we can make a horizontal layout. Coincidentally, this paper is almost sufficient to layer here. I think it's difficult to see white on white, so just give me a moment and I'll be back with some other color background. Yeah, so I have placed this off-white cream background in for the base, so that you can clearly see the white base for the card. Now the basic thing that you have to do to create the base panel for any card is take a gap of 1 centimeter on each side. So coincidentally, this paper is already assumably pre-cut. It's not exactly the right size, but I think we can work with it. It's wider on the top edge but not on the width, so that's fine. It completes the background, so this will work. Now you can see I have a 2 panel setup. Now this is not what I intended, but we have got this, so we'll have to work with it. Now I'll see what other pieces of similar paper I have. Now I have this white kind of portion, and maybe I can use it on the corner, or I can light this candle and then use this setup, or maybe work with this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, since I'm planning to use this mirror, I think it will work. Let's see. I'll just cut it out to the required size, and I'll also take the shadow portion of it, which is right by its side. So I'll not cut right on the yellow border. I am taking this shadow portion as well, so that it blends with the background. You can see this slight line. So now, since this is not perfect, I'll see how I can place it. I can use it in the background, or I'll place it here. So one thing I always tell while making your cards is, do not paste whatever you are adding to the layout, because if you paste it right away, you are not able to change it even if you want to. So layer the things out first. When you are satisfied with your layout, then you paste them. So now what I'm planning to do is, I'm planning to take this mirror thing outside the border, outside this black border. So now I will mark on my card where I have to cut it, and since this side is fine, what I'll just do is, I'll hold it strong and I'll turn my page and cut it. Okay, so now I'll still savor this thing, because I might be able to use it in the card. If it doesn't work in this project, then I'll throw it away, but till the time I'm working on this project, I'll not dispose it. Now I'll simply hold it at the corner. I think we are trying to get a layout out of it. Then again, we have this candle like thing. If we can place it somewhere, because this floral pattern is nice and I would really enjoy using it, but or maybe not, we can use it in some other card. This is pinkish and we have this yellow kind of a theme here going on, and for the floral setup, maybe I can have a panel of this. So what I will do is, I'll cut through with this black line, as you can see here. So it's basically how you're working with your patterns. If you have pattern paper, then you can layer them as you like and add embellishments over it, which I'll show you in my next card, because then we'll be using these papers, which are totally same in style and color. And I'll try to cut a strip out of it, and maybe just cut it out like somewhat like this. You can use scale. I am simply being lazy here and going with the flow. So kind of a banner like thing, and I place it here like this. So I think we have somewhat of background, and I think I'll use this piece in the center here somewhere. Maybe I'll cut it into a circle. So is this size of a circle sufficient? Like this, maybe. Now, since I do not have any guideline or something like that, what I am planning to do is, I'll take my poster tape and see if the circle is, no, it's too big. So I'll have to figure out what kind of circle I want. So I want a circle here, and I do not have a big enough thing. No, this is too small. No. Okay, so I I think this would do. I have this jar sort of thing. Or is it too big? Will it hide my layout? No. Okay, so let's see if this comes fine on it. And it's almost covering my... Oh wow! Okay, I didn't see on the other side of this paper. Okay, so this is double sided. See, this is what happens when you are just trying to figure out how you're going to use. So I can absolutely use this image as like on this corner or something. No, maybe, or maybe here, as you know, a woman for Mother's Day card, like something like that. I don't know, but I have already gone ahead with my setup, and I don't know if it will work now, because then it will be 2 frames or something like that. Will it look nice if we paste it like so? What if we do something like this? No, I think I'm just going to skip this and stay with the layout that I have. And because I found this image, I'll just let go with it. I'll not attach myself emotionally with this thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly draw a circle around it using my pencil. Since I know it will be off on a few edges, I'm drawing this now. Quickly cut it out. Try to smoothen my edges. So draw your circle on the back side of the paper that you want to use, so that you do not have lines of your pencil cutting. Oh, I really like this image. I don't know why I can't, let go of it, but okay. So it's almost a circle, not perfect because it's a bit off on the edges, but that's okay. Now I think when I look at it, we can place it in the center as this woman. What do you say? I think it's going to work. I think it's going to work like this, like a woman in the center sort of a thing. Okay, I'll just go with the flow. I think this is perfectly fine for a Mother's Day card, and I will go with it. Now this piece that we had left with us, I'm simply going to cut it like so into some shape and make some nice use out of it. So I will place it on this edge like this, maybe, to create that kind of a corner feeling, or somewhere like this, or like this. No, I'll just cut around the circle. So guys, you have to work with what you have, and you have to try and be creative with whatever you have here, and try to create different layouts. It's all about layering. Even if you do not have any image in the center, I'll use it here like this, or maybe I'll place it here. So this is somewhat the card that I think I'll go with for the base. And now quickly moving on to pasting it, and I'll be back after pasting it, just straight back. Just give me a moment. Okay, so I have pasted all the elements now on my cardstock, and this is the sentiment I am planning to use from that pattern paper to write the sentiment. And I'll just go ahead and simply write Happy Mother's Day. Not too fancy, just simply happy Mother's Day. Okay, I've just simply written whatever font you can use to write it, and then we'll paste it here. Okay, apart from this, I plan to use these beads as well, so I'm going to just embellish my card with some of these, and I'm going to cut this plastic portion from, and I'm thinking I'll add a few on this. Like so, to kind of give it a frame. If you do not have beads like this, you can do one thing. You can use some other color paper, some brighter color paper, and cut it out as a frame for this circle, like a bigger circle for that purpose, and it will look equally beautiful. If you do have these beads, then you can use them to add a frame. So now I'm left with only 4 of this, and I don't have any more, so I'll have to use them wisely. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Do we have space for 2 or 1? I think 1 should be enough. Yeah, 1 is enough. And now moving on to this portion, I think I'll add 1 here, and do you think something can work on the left hand corner as well? What do you say? Let's try. I have 1 last bead to go, and I think 1 last place to fill. Do you think it's, no, it's looking like there is a pimple on the design. I think it's not needed at all. Do you think we can place it here? No. What about here? I think it's looking nice here. So I'll just go ahead and paste it. So this is the kind of layout we'll have. Now, to give it a bit of a finishing touch, what I am thinking to do is give a frame to my card. Just go ahead along the edges. I'll give a black border and give it sort of a complete look. And then add 1 line, 1 thin line. You can use a scale for this purpose. You don't have to draw this freehand. I told you I'm a lazy person in all these matters, so I just do all this freehand. So this is it, and now my card is sort of ready. I think it goes with the theme of, shabby chic kind of a look. It's all glossy, and I've used all this paper from magazines, and it looks pretty nice. Now, inside also, what you can do is, if you have any pieces of scrap paper left, like we had this paper left, and did we have anything else left from this? So we had these cutouts sort of things left from the cutting. You can place it like so. Just place these cutouts like this and add a frame to your card and complete the layout. So, and then add your sentiment, and the card will be ready. So I hope you like this idea of using your scraps. I am surely going to share another card idea when you have a different sort of a paper setup, in which I will be using this glossy paper and wedding cards material, which is not having this kind of magazine cutout and drawings. and it's simply a pattern, and how we can use those images and how we can use that paper and layer them out, I'll share it with you soon. So thank you for watching this video. Please do like, share and subscribe